Boorna is our totems. It links us to place, plant, animal, and gives us responsibility. Everyone in some stage of history had a Boorna. We as Indigenous peoples held on to our Boornas because it makes us who we are. And it's fantastic to see young children today adopting and adapting a Boorna for themselves.
Nichu and Kurjur and Jininin Nicha Yogas Yinini Nicha Kurlangas, all the children, the work that they have done in creating these beautiful woven pieces of artwork, and they've chosen our beautiful flowers and our beautiful animals, and they've just woven it all together in one beautiful piece of artwork that just brings joy to your heart, makes your court jurp, so makes your heart happy, and just immersing us in our culture, which just speaks to us.
We made weaving stuff from getting plastic bottles and cutting it into little strips. Then we threaded it through into an egg shape. My future weaving is a termite nest because it's really messy. It's just like going through loops, which makes it like those are like all the channels, because normally termite mounds have channels in them, and normally they're really messy. My totem is a belga. We planted 10 at our school, and I hope they'll be here in 200 years' time. My totem is the black cockatoo. They eat honky nuts, and they also eat pine cone because there has been less honky nuts than marri trees.
My totem is a marri tree, and it is a great habitat and diet for the endangered black cockatoos. Our school has planted about 2,000 marri trees.
Last year, we dressed up in red, black, and white and had a fundraiser to help the cockatoos survive because we want them to be in the future. The totem I've chosen is the fairy wren, and it's about the size of my hand. They like to habitat in bushes that are quite thick and have lots of leaves and twigs in the way, so they are safe from local and feral cats.
So when we found out they were endangered, they were coming endangered, we decided to make the turtle bags, and we drew the picture, and the money went to the Perth Zoo so they could go to the Western Tortoise breeding program.
My favourite experience with the Western turtles is when we went to a lake and saved over 40 from being hurt by construction equipment.
My totem is the kangaroo paw.
I'm very passionate about the peacock spider. They're my favourite animal in the whole world.
I like beetles. When I put them under my magnifying glass, I can see all different types of beautiful patterns, and sometimes even like iridescence. I saw the swans in the river, like at night time they come for me.
Well, I love everything from the slime moulds to the raptors. The Valga plant is very special to me.
It shows that I'm home. It's in my country, my Noongar Whadjuk country.
You see, when somebody chooses to take action to look after something, it might just be planting a few plants or talking to their local council or going out into the bush and sitting quietly and observing. Once you see that, it just becomes part of your life, and I want people to understand that so that they'll want to protect it, because once they all want to protect it, there's nothing like grassroots. Grassroots is what changes minds across the world, and that's what we need to do.
If we find a way to weave nature closer into our buildings and infrastructure, that's my hope for the future, that we're able to do that.
Every person can do something to work on a better nature for Western Australia. It can be your local patch, it can be that little piece of bushland, it can be your front verge garden. Think of some of the creative natives that we now have to attract the birds and the insects, the native bees, which we have some of the richest diversity on the planet.
The basis behind Trees for Change is I want to give school kids the hope and the confidence to tackle large environmental problems. In 2016, I had 200 students involved in this from 3 schools, and we planted 18,000 seedlings. In 2018, we've had 23 schools involved, and we've planted 80,000 seedlings.
As a Noongar yoga, as a Noongar woman, I really want more done to regenerate our country, to repair all the damage that's been done, and for strong partnerships between our Aboriginal people and non-Aboriginal people, so that we can leave a better earth for our future generations.
Kings Park is the most sacred place on earth. I always reckon that about Australia, about Kings Park, that if all people could see our beautiful country and the freedom it has to offer through the eyes of Aboriginal people, then will they realise the wonderful treasures that God has handed down to our people over thousands and thousands of years.
To all you young people, you must learn about the land. Learn from your elders and stand up and fight for the land and for the future of all Australian people together.
Winjamara, Winjaboorna, Winjangara Mort. We don't want to get into the future and say, where are the swans? There used to be swans here. Where are the karak? There used to be karak here. Where are the trees? Where are the banksias? We're at a stage now when it's in our hands to make sure that they're there for the future.